It is 99% confirmed that Canon are working on a 100 megapixel camera for the Canon EOS R system to be released next year in 2023, with an announcement date is going to be planned later on this year in 2022. Why don't you consider subscribing to this channel so you don't miss out on any more news videos about Canon cameras or maybe even DJI drones, and also photography and videography tutorials and also gear reviews. So if you're interested in that, why not hit that subscribe button and push that notification bell so you never miss a video. I got all this information from Canon Rumours, so I will leave the link in the description below to the website so you can go have a read yourself, and I also got it from Ordinary Filmmaker on YouTube, so if you do want to go check his channel out, I will leave it linked below because he has some really awesome content. Right, now let's get into the actual news itself. Now, as you can see here on Canon Rumours, it says Canon is gearing up to finally release a high megapixel camera with 100 plus megapixels, and in brackets CR3. Now, if you don't know, when it says CR3, this is basically like a news report from Canon Rumours, and they number them from like CR1, CR2, CR3. So if you can actually see here, it says a CR0 is basically a joke. So they don't really post these very often because it's completely untrue and it will never happen, as it says there. CR1 is plausible information but from an unconfirmed source, so there could be possible information. CR2 is good information from a known source, so that's like where it's more reliable. And it actually says CR3 fact. It does say it's hard to be correct 100% of the time, but basically a CR3 is a fact where multiple reliable sources are getting this information, and actually that's where they're getting the information from. So with this actually being a CR3, it's basically saying they've got all these different reliable sources that have told them that Canon are going to be releasing a 100 megapixel camera. So if it's been CR3 as a fact, it's basically confirmed. So if you actually scroll down here as well, it says it has been long rumoured that Canon would develop a high megapixel camera to the lineup. There's been lots of reports and wishes for something like a Canon EOS R5S. So could this camera be the R5S? Now obviously we have an R5 and R5C. Now is the R5S going to be the really high megapixel camera that a lot of landscape photographers mainly probably will be looking for? We don't know, but with it being a CR3, I'm pretty sure this is going to be really close to being true. And it also says down here, we've been told that Canon is indeed going to release a full frame RF mount camera with 100 plus megapixels sometime in the first half of 2023. And then the announcement could come later in 2022. So by the end of this year, we could have a confirmed announcement of a Canon R5S being 100 plus megapixels. And it also says here, if you're in the market for a 100 plus megapixel camera, it says hang tight, you'll be taken care of. Now that seems like they really know what they're talking about and that they know that this is coming. So I think this is all but true, and we're just waiting on for a confirmation date later on this year. Obviously, with it being the R5, around £4,500, maybe some deal was on for about £4,000. I don't exactly know the exact prices what you can get for it now, but the pricing, and obviously with the R5C being really a lot of money, but that's obviously a cinema camera, I reckon it could be in the line between £4,000 and maybe £5,000 in that range, because obviously the 100 plus megapixels. Now with 100 plus megapixels, it's not going to have really high frames per second, like 30 frames per second, because the files will just be way too big with a 100 megapixel camera. So this is definitely not going to be aimed at wildlife and sports photographers. I really do think, obviously because of the high megapixels, you can crop in and get different compositions. I reckon this is going to be mainly aimed at like landscape photographers and maybe like portrait photographers, if you want to like crop in on see someone's eye, see how sharp it is, example like that. So I reckon it's going to be quite an expensive camera, obviously because it's an R5, and then with it being 100 megapixels, I reckon it's going to be in the round of £4,500. But basically that's all the report was saying, is that we're going to get an R5S, which is 100 megapixels, and it's coming next year with an announcement date in 2022. So if you did enjoy this video and found it helpful, why not hit that subscribe button and hit that like button, because it really does help me out. Hit that notification bell so you never miss any more news videos that I do in the future. You might also like these 4 videos that I have done here on the Canon EOS R1, maybe even some of the other videos that I've done on Canon cameras as well. So if you are interested in them, why not give one of them a watch? Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you later.